FightHype. FightHype.com. Sean Zattel with the best strength and conditioning coach in the whole sport, Mr. Coach Larry Wade.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coach Wade, man. Badou Jack, he's probably in the, when we're talking two professionals, he's probably in the fight of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Jean-Pascal.
It's going to be a big fight. I think this is the get everything together revenge fight, you know, because I felt like Badou won the first fight, even though he didn't get the decision, he didn't get the nod. So we all came into this camp focused, including Badou, because we felt like it was unfinished business, and that's more that we need to do. So I'm very excited to have this fight, and I think everyone who watches is going to see a better Badou Jack, and they're going to see a great fight. Fireworks from round one all the way till it's over.
I mean, Badou, at this point, rugged veteran, been champion, been dropped, you know, been through it all. Is he reinvigorated?
You know what? Yeah, he looks younger and everything. You know, if you look at him, he looks younger. He's working hard. Coach Banks came in and really, you know, pushed the young man, and I think that woke him up to do a different style of boxing, and so he really is prepared and ready for this fight, and so we're all excited for it.
Badou was tight-lipped about the adjustments Jonathan Banks has made, but what's the difference? Can you give us any little difference under Jonathan Banks that we'll see on June 6th?
You'll see a big difference. A big difference. This is a different Badou Jack. The other Badou Jack was already good and great. This Badou Jack is his, 2.0 version of that guy. You know, Banks came in and made some very needed changes, I feel, and he did really, really well with that, and they meshed well because chemistry was really important, and they did well. So you're going to see those changes immediately.
How about yourself, Coach Wade? Has it been tough? You getting spread thin at all between, you know, Caleb Plant might be getting ready for Canelo Alvarez, and how's this been for you, man?
That's like you saying to a hungry man, have you had enough food? No, I'm starving. Feed me, right? I've just been blessed enough to be able to have, you know, people help me and support me. You know, I have a guy named Paul Longworth who's helped me, you know, do what I need to do. And he's great here. I don't know where he's at. He's somewhere around here, but he helps me with my other guys, like the Rolando Romero's, you know, the Austin Delays, these kind of guys, Shane Mosley, and he's helped me with those guys when I have to be in different places. And he also helped me with the big guys too, Badou, Sean, Caleb, all those guys, well, if I'm not available. But it has been working amazingly. We've seen great return physically. You're gonna see an improvement from a strength fitness standpoint for this fight as well. I thought we did well the other fight, but what most people didn't know, Badou got kind of injured in camp, so we had to back off a little bit. But now we had no interruptions, none. And the young man, I'm going to say it that way, the young man is ready to go.
Do you think he gets a stoppage in this fight?
You know, those kind of questions are always hard for me, because if I answer it like you're talking shit, but I really do see if Badou does what he needs to do, the fight's not going to go 12. But if he goes and, you know, takes it all the way through, you're going to see a fight where Badou Jack is dominating, because we all realize there's no room to give a round up. We need all the rounds.
With the kind of decisions, you know, it's been tough for him to win close fights.
If we leave it to the official or to the refs or whoever the judges, we're never going to win. We've seen that happen how many times now? So at some point, you have to take these things into your own hand, and that's what I know he's ready to do.
Now, you know, on to Caleb Plant, who might be going for greatness against Canelo Alvarez. Do you see Canelo? He used to have the scouting report on him that he gets fatigued during the fights. Is he still getting fatigued? Did you see that in Billy Joe? Because some people, you know, watching the Billy Joe fight, it was like, is Billy Joe really winning these rounds, or is Canelo taking a breather? What do you see from Canelo's conditioning?
You know what? No one's taking anything away from Canelo. He's a champion for a reason. He's done the things in his career, you know, on purpose. None of that was on accident. Nothing was given to him. But honestly, my perspective on Canelo is not really focused on Canelo. My focus is on Caleb Plant. I have so many people, and I've said this on another interview, so many people have texted me, have called me, emailed me, have DM'd me on social media telling me what we need to look out for. How about you need to look out for him?
Yeah.
How about Caleb Plant's already a world champion? How about the boy can box rings around almost anybody in the sport? I'm not going to worry about what Canelo can and cannot do. We've been watching him for years. We ought to know by now. What I am focused on, and what everybody else should be focused on, is what Caleb Plant can do. That's the focus. So my interest ain't into anything other than what I need to do to get the best version of Caleb Plant. That's it. And so if that fight does happen, because you know we have politics, if that fight does happen, they need to be looking out for him, not us looking out for them.
Why would he win that fight, Larry? Straight up, why would he win that fight?
There's so many different reasons. I will say this. When the fight starts, and without me telling too much of what I think the plan is going to be, you're going to see a man that's standing in front of Canelo who's not afraid of him, who's willing to stand on all 10 toes and say, look, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to show me, and y'all going to have to carry me out. A lot of guys didn't want that. A lot of guys don't want that, and you can tell by how they start round one that they're not as confident as what they should be. We already know he hits hard, so well, we got that. He's a great boxer. Great, we got that. Now what else you got? We know all of that. Since you know what he can do, we're not worried about that. Now, what you taking us for granted, though, might be a problem for you.
Right.
Not to take anything away from your experience. But Caleb is not like everyone else. I've been saying that since before we got the first world title fight. And they told us we weren't going to win, or he wasn't going to win the fight. And not only did he win it, he put him down twice. And has dominated, let's be clear, dominated everyone they put in front of him since. Everyone. Dominated. I mean, the last fight, I don't think the guy won one round, and he messed his hand up bad in like the third or fourth round. He still kept throwing it. My point being the same. They don't need to, we're not going to worry about him. We respect him. It is what it is. But they're going to respect us too.
Canelo at 68 is looking so powerful, so stronger than ever. How do you get Caleb to do that? Because I imagine he's going to need to stay in front of Canelo and get his respect and trade with him a few times in this fight. How do you get him to equal the strength of Canelo, who just, you know, physical strength? He's fighting 68-pounders and making them look weak. He's walking through them.
Well, here's the thing. I think that's the mistake. Canelo has his positive attributes. Caleb has his positive attributes. Our goal isn't to match his power.
Right, right.
Our goal is to be who we are and fight the fight that Caleb Plant has fought that got him to the place where he's at right now. From a strength and conditioning standpoint, my number one goal outside of making him faster, stronger, fitter, the whole nine, is getting his body built up to endure punches. That's what people forget.
Yeah.
Strength conditioning is not just all those other things to allow you to be, good in the ring. It also allows you to be able to endure hits. And the more you can endure, the more you can come back with more. So that's my number one goal, and has been the number one goal since I started with them. That's not changing because Canelo's in front of us. The goal was to make him the pound-for-pound world champion when we started this years ago, and that hasn't changed. And if I'm not mistaken, we've been going in that direction ever since. And that's where we got, hopefully get that fight with Canelo, because nothing's done. But hopefully if that fight happens, that's going to give us another opportunity to prove the world what I've always been saying and what we've always thought this whole time.
How's that fight play out if and hopefully when we get it?
Like this, belt in the air. That's how it ends.
With 4 belts.
Yeah. Well, somebody got to hold one. I'm going to hold one back there. He can't hold them all, but maybe he can.
Yeah.
That's how it ends. I'm not going to sit here and try to paint a picture of how the fight will turn out. But I do have the utmost confidence that Caleb Plant has everything he needs to turn this into the fight that everybody doesn't think it's going to be. Period. That's it. Everybody has their opinion. Yeah, well, we saw how that worked out. Everybody had an opinion, and he's still world champion now. So we're going to continue to do what other people thought that we couldn't do. And as you can hear in my voice, we're focused to do.
Thank you, Coach Wade.
No problem. Thank you.